Hi everyone, I am proud to be a design team member for Tupelo Designs LLC, where U.S. shipping is always free with no minimum purchase and international shipping is discounted. Tupelo Designs LLC is now taking pre-orders for Sculpey clay and Fimo clay. They are adding many new products daily. I am going to make a scene card with this My Favorite Things stamp set. It is called Warm and Fuzzy Friends. And here is the card I'm going to make. And I'm going to start out by stamping all the pieces that I want to make the card with, all the stamps. And then I'm going to color them in with Spectrum Noir markers, and I'm going to start with the fox. And that's GB5 and OR1, lightest first, then I'm going to outline it in the darkest. And then a little CR3 for the cheek. And then EB2 for the white parts. And then I'm taking a colorless blender and I'm just blending out the harsh lines. And that's GB8 for the marshmallow. And CR10 because I decided he needed to be darker around the edges. And then I'm going to dot his nose with black, and I'm dotting it so it doesn't go over the lines. And then GB5 or GB8 and GB4 for the hedgehog, the lightest first, and then the darkest. And then a little bit of the CR3 for the cheek. And then I decided the fox needed more cheek. And then I'm just going to go with the lightest just to blend out the lines a little bit. And then I'm going to dot that nose with brown, just so it doesn't go over the lines. And that was GB8 for the wood color. And then I'm taking a little colorless blender and I'm blending out where it should be lighter on the ends. And that's GB10, and that's just to outline it. And CT3 for the fire for the middle, and GB5 for the flames, and then I'll outline it with CR10, and then I blend it in a little bit. And that was EB2 for the sign, and then DG2 and LG2 for the trees. And now I'm going to cut these out, and then I'm going to create a card base before I put that on the card. And I'm using pattern paper, green and kind of like a flowery green, and then this is a marble type that looks like the sky. And these are a little bit bigger than A2 size. And this is the MFT Grassy Hillside die, and then the Lawn Fawn Stitched Hillside die. And I'm going to cut those out in my Big Shot. And I want this to be bigger than the card because I'll show you in a minute, but I'm going to glue these down. And my new favorite adhesive is the two-way Zig Jumbo pen. And this adhesive is really nice because it doesn't make your thin paper bubble up. It doesn't leave bumps, because this paper is really thin that I'm using. And it's sticky, but it's not too sticky. And I'm going to place that right there for the hill. And then I'll be taking that green flowered paper and I'll be putting that at the bottom of the hill. And again, I'm going to use the Zig two-way pen, Jumbo. And it's a tinted blue so you can see where you put it, which is nice. And then it dries clear. And I'll put that right at the bottom. And I made this a little bit bigger because I'm going to cut it out with the Lawn Fawn Stitched rectangle die. And I want to make sure the stitching goes all the way around all the elements that I just glued down. And this is a card base, white A2 size. And then brown pattern paper, and I want that to cover the whole front. And then yellow paper that's cut just a little bit smaller. And I'm going to glue those down again with the Zig two-way pen. And then I'm going to glue the scene part down. And then I'm going to take my pieces that I cut out, the animals and such, and I'm kind of put them where I want them. And then I'm going to use a wet adhesive to glue those down. And I'm doing the trees first, the fox, and then I had a mishap with his marshmallow. I accidentally cut it off, but that was operator error. That didn't have anything to do with the dies or anything. And I didn't want to waste the image, so I just glued it back on. You can't even tell. There's the fire, the hedgehog, and the sign. And there, that is finished. And it looks super, super cute. And then I'm going to use a sentiment, and I'm going to use the sentiment, "Our friendship is always an adventure." And I'm going to stamp that on the inside. I'm just going to use my stamping tool here, and I'm placing the card on the stamping tool, and I'm going to secure it down with a piece of washi so it doesn't wiggle. And then that way I can get my sentiment as straight as possible. And there it is, nice and straight, and it looks great. But this is my card. I hope you liked it. It's a cute scene card. Thanks for watching, and remember to shop at Tupelo for all your crafting needs.